In today's Chiari conversation, we're going to discuss that very first visit. So this conversation is pretty urgent. For me, I was in the shower. My left arm became heavy. I could not hold my towel. I thought something was really going on. So I went to urgent care, had an x-ray done, and was sent out for an MRI. Results came back that I had Chiari Malformation 1 with a syrinx, which is fluid on the spine. And in today's conversation, I've talked to a lot of people on community chats, on my Facebook page, and it seems that a lot of people's first initial diagnosis was when they went to the MRI or maybe urgent care, and they were having breathing problems, major headaches, nausea, balance issues, of course, all the things that come with Chiari. But when it happened to them, like most of us, like myself, I went to urgent care, and I've heard of so many people going to get to the emergency room to see what's going on. And so first steps is the MRI. And just so you know, they do have open MRIs. For instance, for me, when I got my MRI done, it was of my head, the brain, the cervical spine, lumbar, literally the entire spine. And for me, that took about 4 hours. And knowing that I am claustrophobic, I did opt for a open MRI, which is also available. So ask for that if you have claustrophobia. But also, when you get your MRI done, most often they're going to send the report to your doctor. You are able to get a copy of the report from your doctor. Please get a copy of the report from your doctor so that you can read it yourself. You're not having to rely on the doctor. Also, in the event you need a second opinion, you have that on hand. And when you go to the radiology department to get the MRI done, request a disc. It will take about 10 minutes after you've done with your MRI. It'll take about 10 minutes or so, and they'll give you a disc that you can look at yourself, and more than likely you're going to need to give that to your doctor or neurosurgeon, which we'll talk about in just a second. You'll need to give that to your neurosurgeon so that they can see exactly what's going on with the Chiari, to see how big the syrinx is. So those are just a few tips regarding the MRI. Now, once you've been diagnosed, you know, all of a sudden all this random sporadic stuff happened, you don't know what's going on. You go to the emergency room, you go to the urgent care, you go to your doctor, they send you for an MRI. Now what? Go see a specialist. I've talked to so many people, and a lot of people have been bounced from doctor to doctor. They've tried their best to figure this thing out with little to no help. And I say, and by the way, I'm not a doctor. I've just been dealing with Chiari all my life. And so I suggest, and others have suggested as well, that you see a Chiari specialist, like a neurosurgeon. Not because you may need surgery, but because they're more equipped, they're more aware of Chiari malformation and what's going on. They know what the symptoms are. They know what you're dealing with. They won't look at you as if you're crazy or something's wrong or you need attention or you're just, you know, pulling for medication. They actually understand because they have knowledge of Chiari malformation. So like I said, a lot of doctors, because this is a fairly new condition, which I noticed in communicating with a lot of people, there's a lot more people with Chiari than what I thought. And so you go to your doctor, they don't know. They're sending you to an ear, nose, and throat specialist to see what's going on with your throat. They've sent you to a GI doctor regarding your stomach. You know, they're trying to help mitigate the issue with medication, but they don't really know what's going on. In the meantime, your symptoms are getting worse, possibly migraine headaches, tinnitus, hearing loss, throat issues, nausea, stiff neck, tingling, spasms, feeling like blood is rushing through your body, sleep apnea, or just issues sleeping at night. You're having all this stuff going on, and it seems like a lot, and it is, and it's not just in your head, it's literally happening. Because with Chiari malformation, the brain is being squeezed into the spinal canal. So the things that are going on with you are literally happening. It's a chronic illness is invisible, but it's still real. It's still happening to tons of people. And so you go to the doctor and they don't know how to really help you, and they don't understand because they don't have the knowledge. And that's why I'm so adamant about telling people to go see a specialist, go see a Chiari malformation specialist, preferably a neurosurgeon. And like I stated, not because you may need surgery, but just because they have more knowledge and they can help you, whereas another doctor where you're paying co-pays and you're wasting time, and you know it's starting to irritate you because you don't see any help in sight. If you would go see a specialist, that will really help you out. Because I've seen too many cases, I've talked to too many people where they're like spinning their wheels. So it's really imperative that you see a specialist to save you time, to save you money. In one of my upcoming videos, I'm gonna have just like a comment section where if you've been to a specialist, because I noticed that a lot of people, whether they're in the UK or Scotland or the US, it's hard to find a specialist. And on my YouTube page, I've talked about Google it. Google a neurosurgeon, Google a Chiari specialist in your area. If you can't find any in your area, see if you can do a Zoom call with one. If you have health insurance, try to find one in your network and see if you can do like a Zoom call or a teleservice call over the phone to get, you know, to be able to better help you. But on my next video, I'm gonna try to do a little community where, say like for instance, if you know of a neurosurgeon in a specific state where you are, if you can suggest the neurosurgeon, like say what state you're in and suggest the neurosurgeon, that would be great, because it seems like a lot of people are trying to find the help that they need. And so I just figure maybe the next video I'll try to make a resource to kind of help narrow things down, so people who have dealt with Chiari, who are in touch with a great specialist, they can let you know, and maybe some of these people are in your state and you can go to the doctor, to the neurosurgeon, to the specialist. That way you can get the help you need, because dealing with Chiari is really hard and it oftentimes feels lonesome. We're all in this together. It's literally a team effort, and the more we talk about Chiari malformation, the more we talk about the fluid on the spine, the better we can help each other. The more knowledge, the more doctors can see that it's not as rare as what people think, because there's a lot of people dealing with these symptoms, and no, you're not crazy, it's real. So yeah, so just to recap, if you've been diagnosed with Chiari malformation, please find you a specialist in your area to save money, time, and just the struggle and frustration of feeling lost when no one knows about what you have going on, and it's hard to get people to understand how you're feeling. So anyway, check back soon. I'm usually posting videos weekly, and just so you know, for me, I have Chiari malformation 9 millimeters below the foramen magnum, but I also was diagnosed with, I believe it's called syringomyelia, which is the syrinx, which is the fluid on the spine. And for me, I'm just so thankful that me going in, because my arm was heavy, led to me getting the MRI done, because for me, the fluid on the spine was diagnosed, and it was to where I only have a few nerve fibers left. So for me, it would have led to paralysis, you know, being wheelchair bound and paralyzed from the neck down. So I'm so thankful that that heaviness in my arm happened, because it led me to find out why I've been dealing with all the other stuff for all these years. And then maybe like, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was in a car wreck, which also made everything worse. Like every symptom you can name started happening. But 6 months ago, because I didn't want to be wheelchair bound, I chose to get the decompression surgery. And surgery's not for everybody, so I'm definitely not pushing surgery. It's just, unfortunately, my situation led to me having no choice when it came to the decompression surgery. But I got a portion of my skull removed, a portion of the C1 and C2, Durapatch replaced. The patch was pigskin that was replaced. And like I said in some of my other videos, for me, it's been about 6 months and I'm feeling much better. I still have issues that I'm dealing with, because they say it may take up to a year. If some of the symptoms are going to resolve, it may take up to a year for that to happen. And so far, like I said, I'm 6 months in, and I was having major issues with the ringing in my ears. I even had hearing loss for a few days, which was crazy. But that came back. But since surgery, like I said, the tinnitus is so much better, because it used to drive me bananas. And then I used to have really bad migraines and cluster headaches, and that's much better, much better. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not pushing myself too much, because I'm still in the healing process. But like I said, this is a safe space. You're not alone. You're not crazy. You're always welcome to leave me a comment, and I'll reach out to you. And like I say, I'll be putting up more videos about symptoms and just little tips to kind of help with going through with it. I believe most, if you go to a neurologist, they'll probably prescribe medication for headaches and try to prescribe little things to help with the situation. But yeah, what else? But if you know somebody who has Chiari malformation, feel free to share this video, comment if you like, and if you're interested in seeing more of this, more of the information regarding Chiari malformation, please do subscribe. And like I said, I'll try to come. And sorry, part of my Chiari malformation is the memory issues, so I repeat stuff. But anyway, so just know you're not alone. We're in this together, and everything is going to be okay. Find you something fun to do, whether it be music. That's what I always tell people. Find something you love to do, something that makes you happy. I know you're going through this. We're all going through this, and we just have to find ways not to stress, because as you know, stress can weigh heavy on your body and could possibly, you know, cause things to get worse and out of whack. So just try your best to get the help you need from a specialist, and trust that everything is going to be okay. Just take it one day at a time. So anyway, God bless you all, and we'll see you in the next video.